In this video, let's look at how we can use RapidAPI Studio to automate API testing. Click on the project that you added in RapidAPI Studio, and inside the project, you will find the request for all the API endpoints already set up something like this. Let's create a test now. Open the test section from the left sidebar, then click on the Create Test button and give the test a name. I will call it Test All Products. Once the test is created, click on the Request Generator drop-down at the bottom. Select the request in front of the source. It will show all the requests here and allow you to create tests from them with just one click. I'm going to click one of the requests that I've added earlier, and let's click the Send button to view the response. After getting the response, I'm going to click this Add to Test button, and it will open a dialog box to select the assertions for the test. Here you can set different types of assertions using the response, and then hit the OK button, and then your API test will be added successfully. Now click on the Save and Run button. RapidAPI Studio will run the test and report whether it was a success or not. Let's click this execution report to view the response. The result states that the test was successful. Instead of adding the test right from the request generator, you can even manually add it by clicking the add step and then following the steps that come along, and you can even add your test without using the request generator. Now it is time to schedule the test. Open the Schedule tab from the left sidebar. Now click on the Add Schedule button. It will ask you for the frequency, environment, and location. I will set the frequency to every 12 hours. Environment to the default, and location to Virginia, and then click the Submit button. This way I have scheduled the test for every 12 hours. You can create tests for other endpoints following the same procedure and provide complete test coverage for your API in no time. RapidAPI Studio will report detailed analytics and results for each test execution. Without any doubt, this automated API testing feature of RapidAPI Studio has increased productivity. Now let's talk about another amazingly cool feature of RapidAPI Studio and RapidAPI Client, the VS Code extension. After installing the extension on your VS Code, the RapidAPI Client, it enables bidirectional sync between RapidAPI Studio and RapidAPI Client. When you install it, it will ask you to sign into Octopaw. I've already signed into that. Right next to this sign out or sign in icon, I have this create or open a project icon. This bidirectional sync between the two tools lets you create a new project, or you can even click on any of the projects that you've added in RapidAPI Studio. Let's click one of the project, the users list, a project that I've added in RapidAPI Studio. Here I'm getting all the requests that I added on RapidAPI Studio. I can even test the endpoint to view the response, and here we have it. Similarly, I can even create a new project, and here the RapidAPI client will ask you where you want to create the project, whether it's the local project or on your RapidAPI personal space, since we want the project to be present on RapidAPI Studio as well. So let's go with this RapidAPI personal space 1. I'm going to enter the name of the project. Let's say I'm adding the number API, and I've added the name, and then it will ask me whether I want to sync this local project, the number API, on RapidAPI Studio as well. I'm going to click yes, and yes, here we have it. The number API is online. Let's go to RapidAPI Studio and see it. Here is the API that we added or we created from VS Code. With this amazingly cool feature of bidirectional sync, whatever we are going to do it on our Visual Studio Code editor, it will directly get linked to your RapidAPI Studio account as well. That's all for this video course, folks. If you like this course, go ahead and share it with your friends and start using RapidAPI Studio to build, consume, and govern APIs. Have fun!